Hello and welcome to the Fit Executive Show. Your host, Arnie Wildner, lost 50 pounds himself before helping hundreds of other entrepreneurs and executives sustainably lose weight and take charge of their health. In the Fit Executive Show, you'll learn field-tested weight loss strategies and how to effectively juggle your successful life and staying fit at the same time. Please welcome your host, Arnie Wildner.
Hello and welcome to the Fit Executive Show. My name is Arnie and my beautiful, beautiful wife, if you're watching here on YouTube, is also with me.
And I am sitting back right now because this is the third time we've tried to record this.
Third intro. What happened?
Just go ahead. Just talk.
Okay, so yeah, we are recording live here. Thank you for listening. By the way, you might be sitting in your car right now, you might be walking your dog, or maybe you're at the gym working out. I love that.
You listen to podcasts while you work out or music?
I listen to podcasts personally.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no, podcasts, audiobooks, except when I'm working out at the cottage. I always listen to music at the cottage when I'm working outside. I think this is like a nice vibe. But
yeah, I like listening to music.
Other than that, I walk to my gym too, so I just start out by educating myself, putting the right stuff between my ears. So if you
have this in your headphones right now, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much for listening.
Arnie's back from Nashville.
Before we move on, also, thank you for everybody who's sharing and commenting and, spreading the word about Fit Executive Co. Thank you so much. We really appreciate this. This is how we grow. This is how we also know what you want us to talk about. Mm-hmm. So today we are gonna
not go too far off topic, because that's why we had to re-record, because I started asking him excessively about country music in Nashville.
Grace was just chit-chatting away. Country music in Nashville. Yes.
Okay, anyway. Arnie was on a quick vacation, a work vacation. He was inspired.
Fantastic.
He saw Ed Milet speak, Jesse Itzler, and
Urban Myers.
Okay.
I am not a big college football guy, but he definitely had some things to say. So no, I'm fueled up, lightened up, and inspired. It was phenomenal. The people in Nashville also phenomenal.
Yeah, I love the South. Southern hospitality is the best. I lived in Atlanta for 2 years, and I miss that.
I went hot on the Hattie B's hot chicken.
Okay. That's all we're allowed to discuss before Arnie freaks out and says we went way too off topic.
Freak out. No, we have important things to discuss.
Okay, so what are we going to discuss today?
German efficiency, okay? So we're going to address 20 harsh truths that everybody needs to hear. Maybe they are unwelcome or uncomfortable truths, but I still think everybody needs to hear the truth.
And I think this is going to be a two-parter. We'll do 10 in this part one, and then
all right.
I like to keep these episodes snappy.
Snappy.
And
I like that.
We'll do part 2 in the second episode, so we'll talk about the first 10.
Would you call me snappy?
Not at all. You are long-winded, extremely long-winded, but it's okay. I mean, sometimes when Arnie's trying to say goodbye, or maybe this is just a German thing, he's like, bye, have a nice day. It was nice seeing you. Wishing you the best.
I do.
Enjoy the sunshine. I'm like, okay, end it.
Okay. So let's get straight to the point.
Okay, so these are hard truths that everybody has to face. Is this specifically for people over 40?
It is specifically for people over 40, and like whoever knows us knows that we only work with business owners and executives. This is our specialty.
That are over 40.
So, and I would say even it's more relevant when you are running a business, when you're taking care of your team and pay salaries, because that's one of the truths. You only have one body, and you will be judged by this body, by others. You will lead by example. Mm-hmm. Either way, if you're a good example or a bad example. Mm-hmm. So I think, and this is why we only work with business owners and executives, because it gives us leverage. Every one of our clients has a team, has a family, has kids, and we have a huge ripple effect. It has a positive impact on the way that they run their company, on their clients' experience and their team's experience working there. It just makes everything a lot better.
And they are, just to answer the question for you that I asked you, they are. We only work with clients over 40, and that's why this is going to be emphasized.
No, we've
had a client under 40.
We do have 2 clients right now.
But it's rare.
It's rare.
Generally just because of the fact that it takes normally most of someone's 30s to build up their business, and also most of the time generally our clientele are men, because there are just de facto more male business owners than female business owners out there. We do actually have quite a few women right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We have
like 80-20 maybe.
I would say so.
And then
many women
we do actually have a coach on the team who specializes in working with women in the menopausal years. I would say pre-menopause, menopause.
Yeah.
Coach Suzanne, shout out, wonderful. So we are actually able to help women. That's a frequently asked question that people do often reach out to us and be like, hey, I'm a woman, can you help me? And we're like, oh yes, heck yes. In fact, Arnie and I used to own a company called Mission Fit Mama. Anyway,
see, this is why we had to restart 3 times, because
sorry.
it wasn't going anywhere.
Okay, we're starting. So the first hard truth. Let's get to the real talk, Arnie.
Yes.
What is the first hard truth you have to face when you're over 40? And just so you guys know, Arnie looks really young, but he is over 40. How old are you? Almost 42?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
So the first truth is, if you don't take care of your fitness and your health and your body now, you're gonna pay for it later.
Okay. What do you mean by pay for it later?
Pay for it later means it's not gonna get easier, obviously, and the further you delay it, the more weight you're gonna gain, the shittier you will feel. The numbers inside your body, so your biomarkers, think that we actually measure and care about to optimize your health.
Cholesterol, blood pressure.
From the inside out. Yes, hormonal levels, testosterone levels, cortisol levels, everything will get worse over time. Or you can address it now, optimize yourself now, and then you have a longer time where you get to enjoy these benefits. But the problems that you ignore,
they'll compound.
They will compound. They will bite you in the ass later on in life.
Okay.
So why not start now? I know you're busy. I know you have stuff on your plate. I know you have a project to finish and a house to renovate, and the kids are still, demanding a lot of your attention. Still, it's not gonna get better. You will always be busy, okay? So do it now. Winners don't wait. This is one of our mottos over here.
Yeah, 50s and 60s. It says if you don't take care of your health, you'll pay for it in your 50s and 60s. Yeah, what about your 70s, 80s, 90s? Unfortunately,
absolutely, yes.
They will keep you alive nowadays. And so you either can enjoy those latter years, or you can be like fully medicated and in a wheelchair.
Drooling on the couch, being a liability to your loved ones.
Or you can be like my grandma, who lived alone until she was 93 and was super fit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's your choice now.
Also, not too many executives think about this time in their life where they want to play around with their grandkids and travel, enjoy life more, not work that hard, and they think, okay, when I get there, it'll be fine. But many of them, like way too many of them, actually experience that when they get to that point, they don't have much quality of life left or any health, and their body looks like shit, feels like shit, is in pain, and they cannot enjoy it. So, and why not start now and have build up this lifestyle and build this insurance for later?
Perfect segue into number 2. What about the people who say to you, oh, but Arnie, I am super healthy. I just have a bit of extra fat around my belly, but I'm super healthy.
Well, first of all, when we run blood work, we see a lot of leanish guys. Like, most of our clients are not drastically overweight. Many of them only have like 10, 15, those stubborn pounds to lose. Mm-hmm. Many of them around, like, I would say most of them between 20 and 30 pounds, some 50 pounds or more. Doesn't really matter. Like, even when you look lean in clothes, oftentimes that when you pull off your shirt, you still have this big gut, right? So it's sticking out. And one of the things that we actually measure is what's called the waist to height ratio. So the belly circumference at the navel in relationship to your height. I would recommend doing this in centimeters and metrics with a metric system. But then you want the belly circumference to be less than half of your body height in centimeters, okay? That way you can make sure that you don't carry off the excess belly fat, which is highly inflammatory. It's like a silent killer inside you. So every extra inch around the waist raises your risk for things like diabetes type 2, metabolic syndrome, basically. It's a cocktail of different diseases that often go hand in hand. Many different types of cancers are caused by chronic oxidative stress and chronic inflammation. Alzheimer, dementia, autoimmune diseases like that. Generally, this constant state of inflammation will accelerate the aging. So you will look older sooner, right? High blood pressure, heart attacks, strokes. These are all related to the belly fat in particular. Especially the visceral fat around your organs is like kind of like a constant impact on your health, and your immune system is addressing this by fighting its own tissue because it thinks it's the enemy. And this is how, like, you must always consider that our system was optimized for food scarce environments, and now we have these abundance of calories everywhere.
What do you mean our system? Our body
and our brain. Our body and our brain can handle low body fat percentages really, really well.
Think of our ancestors.
It thrives there. But then also the brain. We have some survival mechanisms that adapt very well to food scarce environments. But for our ancestors, finding a cheeseburger and a milkshake would have been the jackpot. It would have been because they're like, hey, wow, so many calories on so little space. I can really eat myself full. And we have this all the time now. The access to so many different foods that are also highly palatable, and ultra processed foods are engineered to stimulate the brain and overstimulate the brain to eat more and more and more. But on the other hand, they don't really satisfy you. You can eat a whole bag of chips and be like, okay, what's next? And the thing is, really take care of your belly fat, because over time it will cause issues. It's not only an aesthetic problem, it is or can easily become a health problem. Okay?
Yeah, it might not be right now, so it is totally possible. Yes, you are correct. It's just a bit of extra weight for some people when they, let's say at the start of their 40s, they're like, oh, I'm perfectly healthy. My blood works fine. I don't have any other issues. I just have a bit of fat. Who cares, right? But just remember, it is inflammatory. Belly fat is inflammatory. And the more belly fat that you carry around your visceral organs, or what is it called? Visceral fat, which is around your organs, the more at risk you are for all of these issues that Arnie just talked about.
Exactly.
And then we have people who don't just say that. They don't just say, oh, I have a bit of belly fat. What does it matter? They're like, and by the way, I am 55, so it's not that easy. And as you age, you automatically gain weight. Like, we've heard that so many times. How often do you hear that? They're like, well, I mean, I'm in my 50s, so obviously I don't look like I'm in my 20s anymore. No, wrong. Stop blaming your age.
Most of the decline comes from your habits, and if you compare your lifestyle to when you were 20, when you were in college, maybe university, if you went, unlike me,
and me.
We both didn't go.
I tried.
You tried, I didn't.
My family gets mad at me though when I say like, oh yeah, that's my alma mater. Like when we passed by the university.
For me, it was like I returned from an exchange here in the United States with a dream of opening up a Mexican fast food chain in Germany. We didn't have that back then, and there must be a reason why we did have that. So I was the pioneer that ended up with the arrow in his back. But that's for another day. No, but the thing is, when you look back into your lifestyle in the 20s, you were probably moving a lot more, you had a lot more time on your hands, you didn't have that many responsibilities, and maybe you were an athlete. Lots of our clients are former athletes who developed certain characteristics because of them being an athlete, like team spirit and dealing with wins, dealing with losses, fighting and pushing the limits. By the way, many of these characteristics don't necessarily apply to fat loss and fitness. You need the right kind of balance, which is maybe for a later episode here. But I just want to remind you that doing these extreme diets, extreme workout programs, usually doesn't work for you long term, because it's going to be hard to integrate them into your day-to-day life. So it is about finding the right balance and finding smart strategies and systems really that apply to your life, that work around your favorite foods, that work around your schedule as an executive, as a business owner. So it's got to be efficient. But the thing is, you're not old, or age is just a number. It's about how flexible are you mentally and physically. I've seen 18-year-olds acting like 65-year-olds, and I've seen 65 years old
acting like 18-year-olds.
Exactly, but with a childlike curiosity, with a gist for life, with a hunger to explore more. And
what for life?
Gist, is that not a word? What else? A hunger for life.
I don't know.
They believe that
Zest
age is
for life?
Zest. Thank you.
No, I don't know if that would be a sentence, but
okay,
whatever.
Well, if it's not, but the bottom line is, when you can change your body and your whole life at any point in time. If you Google fit grandpa transformation or fit grandma transformation, you will see a lot of guys and girls in their 60s, 70s, 80s who went from being out of shape to completely shredded. Yeah. And yes, you can now say like other people have it easier than you, but that's a lie. That is a lie that you're telling yourself.
Yeah. Like for every okay, if every time that you say like, oh, this person, like, okay, but that person is fit because they have better genetics, or they're 5 years younger than me, or whatever.
Or their kids are out of the house, or they've already sold their business and they have all the time on their hands.
Look at their full situation, and not just the one thing that, oh, they're a little younger, or let's just say like, oh gosh, okay. So anyway, stop comparing yourself to others. Don't use age as a reason to not succeed. Please just cut that argument completely out of your mind. Don't ever let yourself use that as an excuse. I could also use the excuse that when we started our business when I was 24, how the hell would I have a successful business at 24? Yeah. If I used that the whole time, I would have never gotten to where I am today. So the best, you're right, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Then you would have the fruit now, but hey, the second best time is always going to be now. Again, winners don't wait. Take action now. Do one little thing now, like going for a walk, or having some protein with your next meal, having some color foods like fruit and veggies with your next meal. Sit down and really think about your calories, your macros. Think about how do you integrate your favorite foods. Make it as easy as possible by any means, but don't use age as an excuse, and it's not going to get easier anyways. It's only going to get harder the more you wait, the more you execute on your current habits and systems, the worse it'll get. Yeah. Okay. And then if you want to make everything easier for yourself, we'll get into the next point, which is about building muscle and
point
using
number
muscle.
4.
Yeah. Muscle is your insurance policy.
Exactly.
So if you want to make losing weight easier, build muscle.
Exactly.
Why is it easier to lose weight when you have a higher percentage of muscle in your body?
Well, for many different reasons, but
give me a couple that are simple.
So the number one is that your body will actually burn more calories. It's not that much, to be honest. It is not that much. Like, yes, you might still believe, like, there are numbers out there saying, I would have to look it up, to be honest. I don't remember the exact numbers. I know we have this. I've talked about this in our members area.
But your basal metabolic rate
it's like 30 calories per kilo, and it takes a while to build up a kilo of body, like of muscle mass.
Okay.
So, but the bottom line is, like, if you do build 5 kilos of muscles, that's still 150 calories then. Right?
More that your body just burns from literally doing nothing. If you sat on the couch all day, like, so let's say you have two, like, twins, identical twins. Yeah. They're the same height and they're the same weight, but one of them is like way higher body fat percentage than the other one. The other one is more like muscle. Yeah. That person who is more muscular, like who has, let's say, 5 kilos more muscle versus fat on their body, they could both sit on the couch all day, and one of them would literally just burn 150 more calories from just breathing all day, which is actually kind of cool. 150 calories, nice.
I make use of
Two
this
popsicles.
A lot. Yes, yeah. I seriously, I make use of this a lot. I have quite a high, strong metabolism because of the muscle mass that I have.
Same,
and I deserve it. I deserve it
too. I deserve it too. And then you see these people who are like, oh my gosh, but my friend, she can eat anything. Or like people will say to me like, oh, you can eat anything, you won't gain weight. I'm like, I am freaking pure muscle, and also I am running around all day, and just like probably because I have more muscle on my body, I feel like more agile. I'm not like in pain or like having issues bending over.
And that's the thing. That is the thing. So when you have muscle, you're independent and you will stay independent. I can assure you that you want to be walking around pain-free on the last day of your life.
Yeah, not being rolled around in a wheelchair.
Exactly. And weakness makes you dependent. And if you are anything like me, running your own business, leading a team,
having a
family to take care of, dependency is the last thing you want. Dependency is the last thing you want.
So keep yourself strong, keep yourself flexible.
Exactly.
Take 2 minutes after you work out to stretch so you can bend down and tie your shoes. Yeah, okay, so now the next thing is about energy.
Yes.
And this is also directly related to aging, which is a huge topic, obviously, that we deal with our clientele.
Yes, we are optimizing their energy levels so that they report like twice as much energy just after a few weeks of working with us. More vitality, a higher sex drive, right? All of the good stuff that goes hand in hand.
And a lot of people also blame this on age. They're like, oh, I'm older, of course I'm tired all the time. Of course I'm tired after lunch. I'm in my 50s.
Again, it's about habits. It's about the foods that you eat that either give you energy or steal your energy.
Optimizing your sleep.
Yes, optimizing your sleep for sure.
Even if you don't have that much time to sleep, you can optimize it.
We like to use a health tracker like an Aura Ring or Ringcon to look at the data, look at how much deep sleep are you actually getting and how much REM sleep are you actually getting. And so for someone who's new to this topic, deep sleep is responsible for all the repair processes inside your body, for the hormonal reset each night, raising up your testosterone levels, lowering your cortisol
Do you
levels.
actually feel a difference when you get okay, so what is the normal amount of deep sleep that you would get for like a good amount of deep sleep for 8 hours of sleep? Like let's say you had total time to sleep 8 hours. How much deep sleep?
What we
want
like
an hour and a half or something?
It kind of depends on the individual needs. What we want to see for most of our clients is
over an hour, right?
Over an hour for sure. So it's 60, 90 minutes, ideally somewhere between 90 and 120 minutes of deep sleep per night.
Okay.
And then the REM sleep is important for your mental edge, for your focus, for memory storage, for creativity, productivity, the mental edge, the mental sharpness.
I don't think I've had REM sleep in a year.
Yeah, when you have a young baby, it does have an impact on that. But the bottom line is, when we optimize your sleep, obviously you will feel more energy inside of you. When we optimize your HRV, stands for heart rate variability, you will have a higher energy level, more output, right? So you will feel more vibrant and like you are 25 again. And this is also coming down to your habits. There are practices and protocols we can put in place. We haven't talked about alcohol yet. It's a two-edged sword. Yes, it's fun to drink alcohol. I love drinking a good craft beer or a good glass of wine in the right environment. But if you have this daily, it's going to steal from you. It's going to steal from you
from your quality of sleep. And a lot of people say, oh, it helps me fall asleep. Yeah, okay, it helps you fall asleep.
And also the quality of your decision making.
Oh, for sure. If you're hungover or while you're drinking.
While you're drinking, there's some nuts on the tables. Your long-term goals get put on the back burner. And on the next day, it's going to be harder to get out of bed, getting your workout in, getting your steps in, whatever your goals are for that day. It's going to be harder. You're going to be brain fogged. And no, you're not going to feel like you are jumping out of bed full of energy. So for me, it involved finding strategies like finding good alcohol-free craft beers like Partake. I'm not earning anything by this.
Would they like to sponsor us?
Would they like to sponsor? I don't know. But
how much Partake do we drink?
Yeah,
we order this thing in cases, cases of Partake. I highly recommend it. It's really good. It's brewed in Canada, and
the thing is
so good. It's 25 calories per can.
Max 10 to 25 calories per can.
And how much is a can of beer? Normal beer?
It's like 120-ish calories. If you have a tall boy, then it's more like 200. With a stronger alcohol content can be up to 250.
So Partake is super low calorie compared to regular beer, and it tastes just like the same
exactly.
almost.
So
I love a real beer though, but
it's
only
about
on the weekends.
It's about the placebo
But
effect.
you also do a good job of really picking your days because you don't fully forbid yourself anymore. Like I remember you have gone through phases where you're like, 90 days without alcohol, whatever. But now you're just like,
and I still believe in that because it is a mental challenge.
Sure,
and I think it's a great reset.
I've done that too, 9 months without alcohol, and that's over now.
Yeah.
Until the next pregnancy.
The bottom line is it's also about the finding the right balance, finding the right system. So for clients who are on vacation, for example, they would have, like, I've had a couple of clients going to Greece, going to Italy this summer, and usually they would have drank every night. Right, they were with their families, and it was a part of their old identity. Nowadays, they report, "Hey, I was almost tipsy after 2 glasses of wine because I kind of didn't want to anymore." It's funny, but this is how we work on this identity shift, which is going to be needed. At the end of the day, when you lose 50 pounds of body fat, like I did, you're gonna
have to adopt a completely new identity.
Yeah, no, you will find that the physical transformation is almost like a byproduct of the mental transformation. You will have to become that person, and this is also what we help our clients with. It's not woo-woo rah-rah kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, when you look in the mirror and you pull your shirt off and you're not 100% happy with what you see in the mirror, and you're seeing a man or woman that you're proud of really, then the result is going to be, or what you see is the result of your decisions over time, and your decisions come from your belief system, from your identity, what you believe about yourself. The identity is like a thermostat inside your head, and your body will always find a way to either upgrade or downgrade your life, your body, based on what it believes about based on what you believe about yourself. So we have to make sure that we also complete the mental transformation there.
Okay, and then as part of the mental transformation, you will have to learn discipline.
Discipline, yeah. So
okay, so this is number 6. You have it written here. Discipline outlasts motivation.
I know. But I do want to add. So you are already disciplined in
Obviously,
your business, in your family.
Yeah.
This takes willpower. This takes discipline. This means taking some shots over the years and decades that you've been doing this. But I think what's even better than discipline is going to be systems, having standards for yourself, having systems in place. I think it was Tony Robbins who said you don't rise to the level of your discipline, you fall to the level of your standards. And again, this comes down to this mentality change, identity change. And the bottom line is, whether you call it discipline or systems or standards, if you keep on waiting until you feel like it, until motivation falls from the sky, you're going to be waiting forever. There's a big misunderstanding on how motivation works. So people still believe, or many people still believe, that they need to feel motivated in order to take action. When they take action, they get a result, and the result is what motivates them more. But it doesn't work that way. It works, you can take action feeling unmotivated to do so. You will still get the result.
And then the
result will make you feel motivated.
Yeah.
This is what I'm getting at here. Okay, so don't wait until you feel motivated or until the perfect moment has fallen from the sky where the birds are singing in the morning and you got off with the right foot instead of the left foot. And
you know this, but if you're running a business, you know this. Just remind yourself of it when it comes to fitness, because ask yourself, did I wait till the perfect day when all lights were on green to make that next hire? Like, no, whatever is difficult in the business.
When you just started your business, it was scary in the beginning. You felt like, oh shit, you felt incompetent.
You didn't feel like this is perfect and this is easy and I know exactly what to do. You're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
You made your mistakes. Yeah. You course corrected when needed. And this is how we are going to get you in shape by getting started, even when you don't feel ready, by making mistakes. We don't necessarily call them mistakes, we call them learnings. Our motto is either we win or we learn, right? So even making mistakes is necessary, right? So I've been listening to Tony Robbins, it's like one of his audio programs the other day, and he mentioned this example of when you jump on a plane to Hawaii, the plane is off track 95% of the time. And this is how it's going to feel like. It's going to feel messy. It's going to feel like overwhelming maybe in the beginning even. But then after a week or two, you're getting better, and then you're getting better in week 3 and week 4. So we always have the motto: the first month is not for results. Most of our clients do see results. That's not the point. Like a smaller waistline, having more energy, the scale is dropping. But the thing is, the first month is always for setting up the system. And in order to set up a good system, you need to make mistakes. You need to get started. You need to leave this comfort zone of, I know exactly what to do. Wait until the perfect time has come for me, and I'm gonna unleash myself, and then I'm just gonna shred these pounds, and I'm gonna be so disciplined when I'm motivated. But right now it's not the right time. I still have this and that and this to do. Please leave me alone with this. No, this is why this episode is called the harsh truth about fat loss and fitness that you need to hear when you're over 40. And I need to tell you, the perfect moment doesn't come. You won't wake up motivated and everything is aligned. And even if,
just do something.
There will be a day where you feel like shit, and then you still have to show up anyways. And then having the right systems and the higher standards in place will make it a no-brainer for you, will make it easy for
and
you.
having
So
the right support system.
You don't have to rely on discipline and willpower only, right? Having accountability along the journey. So you're not the only one who cares about whether you do it or not. Having a world-class coach in your corner who's cheering for you, who's designing the systems with you, who's course correcting with you, who's looking at your data day after day after day, week after week after week, and keep optimizing for your lifestyle, for your body, for what's working and what's not working. This is the secret sauce then, okay? Now, let's talk about cardio. Another truth that I feel many people need to hear is cardio is great, but it doesn't beat strength training in terms of the return on investment that you get for every second invested.
Cardio is extremely time consuming.
Can be. We also have found ways around this. So, for example, our executive burst 2.0 protocol is getting used by our clients, especially the ones who need to address their heart health even more.
Great.
We have this in place. It takes 10 to 20 minutes on 2 to 3 times per week. So very efficient. But strength training will boost your metabolism and reshape your body in a way that cardio has no chance of doing so.
And it's so easy to get in a good workout in under even 40 minutes. Like if you have the right equipment, so, if you have weights. On the weekend, I had the best workout, and I just did essentially 3 exercises, supersetted, 3 sets of that, and I was toasted. Like I did. It was
it's not even about feeling toasted afterwards.
No, but I felt like
it's about
I engaged my muscles, and I actually felt like cardio as well. I really that's something that people underestimate is the cardiovascular strain. And I don't want to say strain that weightlifting can.
No, so let's separate this and get some clarity on this. So, cardio training works your endurance system, your lungs, your heart, and also the endurance, you have type 1 fibers in your muscles and type 2 fibers. The type 2 fibers are getting work from cardio training, and those are responsible for endurance, which is great, okay? But the same muscles get worked in the right rep range when you do strength training, and strength training will improve your lungs, will improve your heart health. For some clients, again, based on their blood work, we prescribe cardio training just to get faster results in the areas that need the most attention for them right now. But focusing on strength training will also improve your joint health, will improve your confidence when you look in the mirror. Do you want to look like a marathon runner, or do you want to look like a sprinter? Right? You want to look athletic, you want to have tone, lean muscle, and not be skinny fat at the end of the day. Because cardio training does have some downsides that not too many people talk about. One is
pressure on your joints?
Yeah, it depends on what you do. You can do rowing or biking. It's very gentle on the joints. No, but you activate your reward system, and you feel like, hey, I've burned so many calories, right? And people chronically, not only people but also health trackers, chronically misinterpret the calorie output, so they think they've burned way more calories than they actually did. Look at the studies. Just Google study on health tracker calorie count, something like that. You will find studies that show this time after time.
And then they're going and putting that into MyFitnessPal and being like, I burn 600 calories a day. I burn
600 calories, right? And then they're like, oh, now I can treat myself, right? I worked so hard
or
for
I'm
this.
so hungry.
Because it feels very strenuous when you sweat your ass off doing cardio. It feels boring, so after that your brain is craving a dopamine hit, and what is better and easier than food, right? Since you burned all those calories anyways. It also increases your appetite hormone, your hunger hormones afterwards for most people. And there's another thing that cardio training does is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis gets down-regulated, depending on your genetic situation, up to 30%. So it really depends on your genetics, but for most people it will down-regulate the metabolism afterwards. So the calories that you burn, your organs, like your body temperature is going a little bit down. The body is trying to compensate for the calories that it burned during cardio training. Okay, so don't use it as a tool for burning calories. Use it as a tool to work on your
cardiovascular health.
Yeah. Also to
clear your head,
empty your brain, right? Clear your head after long days of work. If you need it, be my guest, right? Do it strategically. Do it in a way that it doesn't interfere with your muscle building. You need the right amount of recovery to build the muscle mass, but you will get all of the cardio benefits from strength training, and you won't get all of the strength benefits from cardio training. That is the bottom line here.
Good. Okay. But can I also say one thing?
Please.
Like, be careful with the running stuff here, because we hear a lot of people come in and they're like, I have a knee injury. And you're like, why? Well, because I've been running. And you're like, okay, if you are overweight, if your think about it this way, if your body is carrying extra weight and you're pounding the pavement, that's rough on your joints.
And especially, you don't need to run to lose weight, okay?
Yeah.
Forget about that.
So just, no, all right. Okay, we can move on from this.
The only extreme that we optimize for at Fit Executive Co. is the extreme longevity of your system, of your approach. And if you can stay consistent with running because you enjoy it and your joints take it well, by all means, please run, okay?
But if you keep hurting yourself from running.
But if you're, if you're overweight, you shouldn't start running. If you want to do cardio, also be my guest, but then let's not do running necessarily until you are in a good enough shape where your knees are strong enough, your hips joints are strong enough, your ankles are strong enough, your tendons and ligaments in your legs are strong enough so that you don't get hurt.
Yeah, and we can do a big shout out to a client, Chad, who's running pain-free now, who came to us in his onboarding. He's absolutely shredded now. He has a six-pack.
Yes.
And he came to us. He has an 8-pack. And he came to us in the coaching saying, like, he hasn't been running as much, I think, if I remember correctly, because of his knee pain.
No, he wasn't able to run at all.
But he loves running.
This was one of his goals. He wasn't drastically overweight, but he fucked up his knee earlier in life because of, like, doing ultra marathons.
And in our coaching call yesterday, our coach Don said he ran 17 kilometers.
Ran 17K.
Completely pain-free, which is insane. So there you go. If you work with us, this could potentially be in your future. Yep. Pretty cool for people who love running and who haven't been able to do it without pain for years, which I totally get it. I had knee pain. I had all the pain in the world from being a professional dancer, so maybe you had some stuff in your past, but since I've been strength training, it's all gone. So pretty cool. Okay, so I think we should wrap this up for part one. Last truth for part one.
Truth, because it's one of my favorite. Consistency beats intensity.
Okay, that's great. Yeah.
Consistency beats intensity. I don't care if you can do 75 hard and
go to the gym 7 days a week.
You don't have to be miserable in order to get results. And what you have to do is find a way that you can stay consistent on. Whether that's your diet, you should enjoy everything that you eat. Follow our 5S nutrition design. by all means, it's gonna help you a lot. 5 S's are simplicity, speed, satiety, so be in bed at night feeling full and satisfied, social flexibility, and it should be super fucking tasty as well. If one of those boxes is not checked, it's going to be hard to stay consistent with it. So design it in a smart way, or let us help you design it in a smart way. Exercise the same. Find something that integrates well into your day-to-day life. Most of our clients only spend 3 times per week, 30 to 45 minutes in the gym. And this is what I do since years. And if it was much more than that, I wouldn't be able to stay consistent with it. But I'm doing way less than most people, but I never ever stop. And then when you enjoy your lifestyle, time becomes your biggest asset because you're gonna be unstoppable. Fitness is an infinite game where the only goal of this game is that you keep playing for the rest of your life. You want to be lifting weights on the last day of your life. You want to get your protein in. The older you get, by the way, the more protein your body needs just to hold on to the muscle mass that you have. You don't want to become brittle. So feed your body, fuel your body with food. Sleep well. Don't stress about minor things. Always ask yourself, hey, will I even remember this tomorrow or in a year from now? If not, it's probably not worth getting mad about this. We only live once. So please make the best out of your life and don't get stressed out by little things that really nobody cares about.
Like your wife chatting a little bit too long on the intro of a podcast.
That's right.
Jeez. Take your own advice.
So
anyway,
I would
also
say,
consistency beats intensity. I will just say that we've seen it time and time again, and we've talked to so many people. Like, I sound like a broken record, but who said like, oh yeah, I lost the weight and then I came back, and it's like, how did you lose the weight? Well, I used to go to the gym 7 days a week because I worked downtown and my condo was above Good Life Fitness, and and I had the perfect schedule back then in my 20s or whatever it was, and I went to the gym 7 days a week. And now I just can't do that. I have 2 kids and I live out in the suburbs and I have a commute and blah blah blah. It's like 7 days a week. Like, did you really think that would be sustainable? Like, who has time for that? So that's really great. Intensity is wonderful, but only if you can really keep it up. So pick a protocol, whether you work with a coach who's going to really help you design it around your lifestyle, or whether you're doing this on your own. Pick a protocol and a schedule that really actually works for you in the long run. Like, can you imagine doing this schedule, whether it's going to the gym 3 days a week plus a day of cardio, or doing yoga, or whatever the heck you're doing? Can you imagine doing this every week for the next 5, 10, 20 years? If no, it's wrong. It's not right for you. Yes. Okay? And so rethink it, rejig it, and going to the gym twice a week for an hour for the next 25 years of your life is 1 million bazillion bajillion, that's not a scientifically proven number, times more effective than going to the gym 7 days a week for a month and then burning out and then giving up and then being annoyed.
The sweet spot for most is going to be 3 to 4 times per week, 30 to 45 minutes. Keep it short, keep it efficient, keep it enjoyable. Track your progress.
And don't buy a membership at a gym that's an hour away.
Track your progress, so you actually see the results over time. Yes. That you see you're getting stronger. There's one thing we do with our clients. We build in this gamification. But I would say let's wrap this up.
44 minutes.
Thank you everybody for being with us today. You could be anywhere in the world, so we really, really appreciate you sharing your time with us. Here, if you want to learn more about Fit Executive Co., I should have come up with a name that I can pronounce, right? Fit Executive Co. You can go to fitexecutive.co and
/get lean.
Just go to the homepage. Just go to the homepage. Watch the video. You can download our book there, the Fit Executive Blueprint, and you can even book a free health audit where we go over your situation, go over your goals, and then potentially design a custom game plan with you together on a second call. Okay. So that's it from my side.
Peace out.
Bye.
And that's it for today's show. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us. If you want to lose weight but don't want to do it all by yourself, go to arniewildner.com/call and book an appointment for a free 15-minute phone call with us, where we'll look at your situation, your obstacles, and your goals to find out if and how we can help you.